How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Kind of a little off my game here. Oh, I only logged like 3 hours of sleep last night. I woke up sometime in the middle of the night and it was just, I don't know, in bed awake. So this wind and these cold fronts that were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there was other ones, and they brought in wind, and my eyes finally got it. Now my eye is all, it's like a left eye infection. I'm not sure, but it's like stuffy nose and red eye. And I got my medical procedure on Monday, and it's all green light. But if I go in there and I'm like, the red eye, they might go, oh, I'm sorry, you're sick. You're going to cancel it. It's
just eyeball.
So I'm taking care of that and hoping it doesn't get canceled, because it's a small little medical, it's kind of like a surgery, but it's not. But it is kind of like it's scraping away scar stuff from the previous one. So, not to bore you, but So that's my vlog. A big. So yeah, the news is more like this weather's. I think it's changing, but we're not going to have trades for another 2 weeks. So it's still weird wind. That's Hawaii, and it's been 6 months since Lahaina disaster, and Lahaina, rebuild on Lahaina, and so it's 6 months and 1 day right now. And in national stuff, or international, Netanyahu of Israel, he wants to evacuate civilians from that Rafah. This is like the southern part where they have that supply thing coming in from Egypt. They have that supply trucks and humanitarian aid, which probably goes to the Hamas. But that little area where all the population has gathered, all the Gaza people have gathered there, they want to evacuate that area, which means he's going to bring down the hammer right there as well, because Netanyahu's like, I will destroy Hamas, and that's what he's gonna do. And the civilians are sort of in the way, so get out of the way. Everyone, including the U.S., is like going, just be careful of the citizens. And then, of course, there's casualties, and then the world is, oh, you're killing innocent women and children, and they're doing all that hype against Israel, and wow, and all that's coming down. So I think he's basically gearing up for more. In the U.S., we got the U.S. presidential election shenanigans, and the Supreme Court is listening to arguments. He's listening. They're like, and it's like a half and half. That's weird. They're listening to arguments from the Trump team, and the Supreme Court's kind of doing this. Well, let's see now. So you're saying that the office of the President of the United States is not an office. He's not an officer. So what they're doing is they're looking at the details. They're looking at semantics, as in definitions, because that's the real key. You get that lawyerly stuff going on in the court, and you define what that word means. What's your definition of that? And then it has to meet the definition. So they have the definition of officer and definition of insurrectionist. Those are the two big definitions. But I really think, I mean, it's just sort of that what is it? Amendment 14, Section 3, no insurrectionist can run for office. That's pretty plain. I mean, it's written pretty plain. It's in the Constitution, and the Supreme Court its job is to really say it's quote to interpret the Constitution. So its job is to say, is that compliant with the Constitution? So it's all about the Supreme Court. It's all about the Constitution. And when the Constitution plainly says it in the text, they're not going to really go too far around that, I don't think. But the other stuff they want to make, like, I think it's optics a little. They want to, how they look to a people. To those people, the American people, we the people. So they want to look like optics, that they're really scouring all this stuff and doing a really good job. Because no matter what they put out in their opinion, it's going to be, whoa, okay. Because this country's kind of 50-50. But 50% of the 50-50 of split America is 50% of it's not really 50%. It's like a small group of super MAGA. So it's like, what?
I'm close.
You're close? Okay. Let's just look at Hawaii news. Oh gosh. Hey, it's going to be Super Bowl. It's going to be Valentine's Day. I'm going to be... I need a break. I've seen too much hospital stuff. I'm getting healthier. The news. On Maui, survivors are struggling 6 months later. Of course, you know, they're like, oh, look, they're having problems with health and mental health and groceries and all that. Well, of course, they've been homeless for 7,000 people have been homeless for a half a year. Now, that's going to affect anybody. So, of course, long-term housing, mental health treatment are top priorities. They're like, oh my gosh. And so, yeah, there's that. Well, Mr. President Joe, he was pissed off, which is kind of funny. It's not funny. I mean, it's like people pissing him off, and he's finally just going, hey, damn it. And he's kind of like a Clint in a way, kind of Clint Eastwoody a little bit. There's a report that said a report came across, and part of it said that he's a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. And he's like, that's it. He said something, what does he say? He says, well,
You're listening.
I'm listening. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah, I want to quote him. He said, I'm well-meaning, and I'm an elderly man, and I know what the hell I'm doing. I agree with him. I think he knows what the hell he's doing. He's been in politics. He's been in DC like 40 freaking years. He knows what he's doing. As opposed to, and in sports. Basketball, UH basketball. Yay, we got basketball. Hit number 1 in overtime. So basketball teams are going good, I guess. I don't know. Where's the volleyball team? Oh, God, just calm down. I need to calm down. Back in the day. Remember back in the day, 1974? Wow. He's got the frog jump. I actually remember this stuff. I didn't participate in it. But you have the frogs, and you get them to jump by blowing on the back, on the butt. It's funny. Yeah, it is funny. You blow on the back of the frog, and it jumps, and then there's like little races. This guy's 23 years old in 1974, and he's like the fastest frog in Waipahu division. It's like, I remember that, like, in the, because I was just a teeny tyke at the time. Oh gosh. But we gotta this guy again. Oh, whoever that guy is. Okay, you're weaning. Okay. Weaning. What? High sales? My nose is all stuffed up. That's what I feel like. Fire in the hole. Okay, boom. Border bill testing facility. What the heck? yeah, they want a border thing. They do the border thing. They give the border thing, and then they don't want. It's crazy. They're just doing politics to make. They're like, it's the battle of optics. Make the other guy look bad with propaganda and shenanigans of not getting stuff done in legislation, and it's just freaking hurting the country overall. Okay, Supreme Court is weighing the Constitution versus the long Trumpster. Oh, does it say that? That says something about. He says it's just like insurrection, and I can't see what that says. January. Oh, it says his tie says January 6th insurrection. That's a long tie. Yeah, you gotta get ties that are like. Anyway, Trump is a traitor. Okay. The bells. Oh, the bells. Oh, what are we gonna do here? Okay, there's one on Trump didn't get charged for insurrection. Oh well, yeah. Colorado court did have a trial before they took him off the ballot. So there was an actual trial in Colorado. They determined, well, facts say yes. Looks like a rebellion, smells like a... Shall we do that one, or genocide? Oh, looks like a rebellion. Stick with that one, I guess. Oh. Here we go. If it looks like a rebellion and talks like a rebellion, it's Donald Duck. Supporters of former President Donald Trump argue that it would be an undemocratic to disqualify him because he has not been criminally convicted, and that the voters, not the courts, should decide whether or not he is qualified. Prominent lawyers, constitutional scholars, and historians called these assertions total nonsense, claiming the disqualification requirement under Section 3 of 14th Amendment in Bryan, the life of Brian, 14th Amendment requires no criminal conviction, and it is self-executing. As if to say, it says what it says. It is what it is. Similar to other requirements that presidential candidates must be at least 35 years old and natural-born citizen. The above-mentioned amendment bars people from holding office who have, quote, previously taken an oath to support the Constitution of the United States and then engaged in insurrection or rebellion, unquote. A mountain of crystal clear evidence shows Trump fits this profile, forcing the forcing the express intent of the Constitution. Enforcing the express intent of the Constitution is not undemocratic. Rod B. Katagi Mililani. Well, thank you, Rod. What can I say? It's all a matter of it playing out. Everyone's like going, ooh, what's the Supreme Court going to say? And it's going to be pretty soon, because they're going to get this going. They're not going to tally and dilly-dally and dote over it. They're going to get it going, because there's a lot hinging on this. But they just want to do it when they do it. They want to make sure that everybody thinks they're doing it right. You didn't consider it. You just jumped to a conclusion. Yeah, they want to make like they're very prudent. They're Supreme Court. They got a reputation to uphold. Like expensive yachts and bribery, graft, debauchery. Oh my God. Clarence Thomas, the Justice Clarence Thomas, his wife was involved in the insurrection, putting out stuff, handing, you know what you should do? Handing out skin. Oh, this is whole, I don't think the U.S. has ever been in such a weird spot. But we the people are the government, and I think it's going to work out in the end. But damn, vote right. Your what you know, it's going to come up to that. Anyways, aloha. Have a great we're coming up on the good weekend, right? That's very fine. Everything's trapped. Yeah, trapped. Aloha. Aloha to you. Everything's good.